Hello and welcome. I'm Daniel.
I'm Andrew, and we're brothers, and this is the Daniel and Andrew Show.
Where we give our opinions about movies and TV and TV shows about video games, I guess, that we've been watching lately. So, Andrew, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm sick, so and then I've been working, so I've just been like having my different symptoms while I'm working. The other day I was like, went through like the whole gamut, like sore throat in the morning, and then I was just like coughing, and then my runny nose and stuff. So that was fun. So I've just either been working or resting, pretty much, except for watching this show. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you do anything fun this week? Oh yeah, and also Christmas happened.
Yeah, Christmas happened. Yeah. I watched a few things. We actually watched a movie together. We saw
Oh yeah, that's right. We did.
what was that called?
Carry On. I
Carry
completely forgot
On.
about that movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the movie wasn't bad, to be honest.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't like turn off worthy, but I mean, it was pretty meh.
I mean, the thing is that I've just been busy, and there's a lot of stuff. I mean, we watched that like the end of last week, I want to say. So I mean, it's been some time.
Yeah.
I've been busy. I've had things to do and whatever. So, and I saw other things as well. Yeah, we saw Carry On. It's on Netflix. It's like a thriller, action-ish thriller with Taron Egerton, and he's a TSA agent, and then basically some terrorists are trying to pass through a bomb through the airport, and then Jason Bateman is the head leader of the shadowy people that are working or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually thought the movie was pretty good. I just don't really see Jason Bateman as that guy. It's just like his Jason Bateman normal kind of thing that he does, but he's like a bad guy. So, but I mean, I like Taron Egerton and I like Jason Bateman, so maybe I just gave it a pass. I don't know. I would give it like a 7.
I give it like a 6.
I mean, I think it's worth a watch. I mean, I feel like I've seen like this kind of movie before, but I like these kind of movies. I feel like it's like not really a mystery, but just like see how it unfolds. There's a lot of goofy stuff in it, of course, but I mean, it's just a Netflix movie. It's not like anything spectacular. But yeah.
I guess. I mean, if it was in the theater, I'd be more upset. So, yeah, it does help that it was streaming.
It was a streaming movie. It was clearly a streaming made movie. It's on par with any of the action thrillers that they make on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting Shakespeare or something, it is what it is. I know what I was getting into. So, yeah, I mean, I was entertained. I wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, this movie's taking forever" or anything. I think it moved, and there wasn't a lot of like lagging on stuff, so worked for me.
It's just like, man, it's a streaming movie and we're watching it as a group. We can talk about it and have a good laugh and stuff. You see that in theater, you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
The enjoyment goes down seeing it in a theater. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just as easily could have been a like a little mini series or something um, that they put on Netflix or whatever. I think it was fine. I mean, I think it did its job, and I mean, it was Chris did take place at Christmas, so I guess it at least worked in that way. I mean, whatever. Um, yeah, I gotta sneeze. I'll give it like a 7 probably. I watched um, what's it called? The Kurt Russell movie where he's Santa. I'd never seen it before.
I also
Uh,
watched it. That
haven't
was
you seen
another
that?
good. No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's funny. What's that movie called?
Christmas Chronicle.
Yeah, Christmas Chronicle. What'd you
Hmm.
think?
It was kind of goofy, but I mean
Yeah,
that's kind of what a Christmas movie is meant to be.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. Maybe I had seen it before and I literally has just escaped my mind. I don't know. Uh, but it was fine. 6 or a 7.
Yeah, I I would give it like a 6. I think that movie really only works just because of Kurt Russell is charismatic. I mean, if it's not him, that movie is yeah.
Yeah, well, but I mean it is. So
That movie doesn't work without him. Like if it was somebody else, it would be lame.
I think if
He's
it
just
was someone else charismatic, it could work.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think it yeah. I mean, they made another one, so and they had Goldie Hawn come in at the end of the movie. That's his wife in real life that they've been married for like years and years and years. They've been married for like
Uh,
40 years. She was an actress, and I mean, she she just stepped away for like 15 years from acting or whatever. She made that terrible movie with Amy Schumer. That was her first movie back, and then she made those movies, and that's it. So I don't, yeah, but yeah, she was like a surprise at the end. But I mean, the second one had already come out, so I knew she was in it. I was wondering where she was gonna be. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't watch that many Christmas stuff. Was it?
that was the only thing I watched. So just those two
Yeah,
things.
cool. Yeah, we had. I mean, Christmas was pretty low key this year. So had dinner lunch with grandma. That was about it. So I was like looking. We were looking for something to watch on Christmas. I, so we watched that. Um, and the only other thing that I watched, we watched it on Christmas Eve. Um, so it technically comes out on Christmas Day, but me and Dad saw A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan biopic. I thought it was kind of boring. It's definitely too long. It's over 2 hours. Timothy Chalamet is Bob Dylan. Yeah, and it also didn't help that it's folk music, Bob Dylan music the whole time. Not a big fan. Um, I'm assuming you've seen those trailers for that movie.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that plays in front of a lot of movies. That trailer was so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I usually get there right when the movie starts. So
Yeah, it's just like yeah, it's like folk music. So it's just like him playing the guitar and then he's doing the Bob Dylan impression. He's like, "Wham, wham, wham." That's what he sounds like.
mm,
I mean, I probably liked it more because it wasn't actually Bob Dylan because I don't think Bob Dylan's that great of a singer. So it's him singing. So Timothy Chalamet, Edward Norton plays like another folk musician. Boyd Holbrook is plays Johnny Cash. He does pretty good impression of Johnny Cash in the movie. I mean, I think that the acting was good. Um, Monica Barbaro plays Joan Baez, and she was the lady pilot in Top Gun Maverick. That was the only thing that I recognized her from. and she sings in there. So people are like saying she's so good in the movie, but I think it's just because she sings in the movie. I mean, that part she didn't do that much. They just kind of hooked up a couple times or whatever. And then Elle Fanning plays like his girlfriend character, and I like her. So, but yeah, it was just too long, and it's about folk music. So it's basically it's only a few years, like when he arrives in New York to when he changes the game by playing electric guitar in folk music at like a folk festival, and people got upset. And that was the interesting part, but that was like the last 30 minutes of the movie. So it was a pretty long movie. Yeah. I would give it like a 7. 'Cause it still looked good and everything, but I was definitely like, all right, we get through this. And we didn't see it at a theater with reclining seats because they were only showing it a few times on Christmas Eve because it come out on Christmas Day. So yeah, so it was too long for old crappy chairs. So yep. But I mean, it was not like the normal music biopic where it's just like, okay, he does this and then drugs and stuff, and then he has like a downward spiral, and then he comes out of it or whatever. I feel like a lot of the music biopics are like that. So there was that. At least it was different. It's just about like wanting to be somebody and then dealing with it when you actually get to that place, where you're famous. So, but yeah, James Mangold directed that movie. We'll see if it gets nominated for stuff. It might get nominated. Right. So that was everything you got. Did you watch anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I mean, I've been watching House. That's the only other thing I've been watching.
Still watching House, huh?
I mean, there's like 9 seasons or something, and I just hit 3. So,
oh, okay. You guys are just watching like one at a time.
How else do you watch it?
Sometimes people watch a whole bunch of them if they're like the show. You're probably just watching like one, going, that's fine.
Sometimes we watch 2 in a row. Very rarely. They're like 24 episode long seasons, and they're like an hour long.
Hour long. Okay, got it. Sorry.
I mean, 40 to an hour, somewhere in there.
I'm not that familiar with House. I probably would have stopped watching at this point. I think you get the gist at this point. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, it's just like comfort food or something. I don't know. It's just,
I guess,
something to watch while you eat, and you're done with it.
Watch people with like weird problems.
Last episode, this guy's like, eye popped out.
Yeah, that makes me hungry. Want some spaghetti while I'm watching a guy's eye pop out. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't watch that show. Yeah. Anyway, okay, cool. All right, well, so there wasn't a lot of news because of Christmas. So there was a little announcement about Anaconda. They're calling it a reimagining. So I'm assuming it's not a sequel or something. So I doubt we're gonna get any J-Lo or whoever else is in that movie.
Owen Wilson.
I think
he dies though. Yeah, he dies though. Spoiler.
Spoiler. Jeez. Okay. Ice Cube in that?
Yeah, I think he survives actually. There's like 2 people that survive. I know it's J-Lo and someone else. So maybe it is him. I don't remember.
Yeah, probably. A big star, Ice Cube at the time. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I doubt we'll see anybody in that. It is yeah, they're calling it a reimagining. Paul Rudd and Jack Black, so definitely going to be comedic. Um, the director directed The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is that one with Nicolas Cage where he's playing himself. So,
Uh,
um, so definitely will be a comedic version. Daniela Melchior will be in it as well. She was in Suicide Squad and Guardians and stuff. James Gunn definitely likes her. She was in Fast X. She's like someone's girlfriend or something. Are you excited for that movie? Are you even interested in that movie?
yes, I am interested in the movie. Yes.
Oh, okay. Because why? Because it's a comedy.
I've seen the first one and I did enjoy it. So I'm
Oh,
more
okay.
interested in the people that are in it. So,
Yeah, the people in it are pretty good. So we'll see. So we're getting a reimagining of Anaconda. We're also getting a reimagining of The Mummy. Uh, Lee Cronin is doing it. He made Evil Dead Rise, which I heard was pretty scary. So this is a Blumhouse movie, so it's definitely going to be just a horror movie. They're doing the Universal monsters, the Mummy and Wolfman. They did the Invisible Man a couple years ago. Apparently, was good and did well. So looks like they're on the right track with the dark universe there that they try to start. Uh, try to do like actiony movies, and that completely and utterly failed. So they went, you know what? We'll just do what they did, which was make horror stuff, like
yeah.
back in the 20s and 30s. Uh, so yeah, maybe we'll get a creature from the Black Lagoon or something. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't really care, but I mean, I think it's funny that they're going to use something that's like completely different, the name The Mummy, and kind of just use it to promote it, kind of thing. We'll see if that works out for them. I mean, they'll probably make it for a lot lower budget. Oh yeah, that Anaconda movie comes out Christmas of next year, 25. So like a year from now, and then this movie's coming out. The Mummy movie's coming out in April of 26. So, uh, you gonna watch a scary Mummy there?
Uh, Probably not.
Yeah. Well, the '90s are back, Andrew. Um, so that's cool. Uh, all right. Well, there's a lot of changes at Warner Brothers here. Some movement of movies around here. Because the Batman 2, got pushed back an entire year. So that is going to come out in October of 27 instead of October of 26. So that'll be 6 years
It's fine.
since the
Yeah.
last one. I mean, people liked that last one. So,
Yeah.
um,
That doesn't mean the second one was gonna be any like as good.
yeah. Well, James Gunn said he's not putting anything out until he likes the script. So maybe he doesn't like the script because I'm pretty sure that the director, Matt Reeves, was like, I got it done. So, or they're
Mm.
just really putting the money behind it. I don't know. We'll see. Um, maybe there's a problem or something. Anyway, that um, so uh, Inarritu, the director Alejandro, he has that movie with Tom Cruise, That's going to move into that spot in 2026, October of 26. And Warner Brothers made a little couple, like not like big moves or anything, but Bong Joon-ho's next movie, Mickey 17, will come out in March, beginning of March, where that Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler movie is going to come out. That Sinners movie. And then so Sinners is going to come out in April instead. So, and that is actually immediate future stuff, not talking 26 or 27. So,
Yeah.
so
I thought that Sinners movie looked bad. So
yeah, well, they're moving it out of like spring break time and more towards summer time. So
yeah.
So I'm assuming that means they have more faith in that Bong Joon Ho movie. To put it for it will give it more chance to be in like IMAX and stuff. So probably think it's gonna do well, or probably think it's a good movie. And that movie has been shifted around a ton. That movie was supposed to come out like last year, um, so that movie will finally come out. I've seen some trailers for that before. There was a trailer for that before, A Complete Unknown. So, but I think but yeah, that's weird because that A Complete Unknown is 20th century, just whatever they're calling it now. Not what it used to be Fox. So cool. All right. That's all the news that I have, unless you had something.
No.
All right. Let's talk about some trailers here. We only got a couple. Let's start with Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
So short little, it's not really a teaser for sure.
Yeah, tease. Yeah.
But they showed what they needed to show, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're a Sandler fan, this is easily one of your top picks for movies of his movies, anyways. So it makes sense to do a sequel.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much the only sequel other than Grown Ups, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. Uh, I mean, Netflix. Sandler hasn't been exactly on top of his game when it comes to comedies. You know, they've been okay or decent, but I mean, yeah. So we'll see. Uh, I mean, I'm sure they put a lot of time into this one. I would hope so. Um,
Yeah.
you got Shooter McGavin still is there, and they're gonna have cameos for no reason by Travis Kelsey and things like that. I don't know why they're having just random people in it, but whatever. Um, I'll definitely be checking that out. Definitely will be an anticipated movie. I mean, that's probably one of the best, if not his best movie. So, or at least probably his most popular movie. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of anticipated movies for next year, I think this will be a lot of people's anticipated movie. I know it's our dad's number one anticipated movie of next year, and that is Superman. So we finally got our first look at David Corenswet as I guess moving images of him, not set photos or weird promotional photos that people are like, what? And then a little like tease for a tease. So this was a teaser trailer. What did you think of the trailer?
Thought it was pretty good. I mean, I kind of like the sci-fi part more of Superman, which other people, don't. Um, and it looks like they're having more than just Superman, which might, you know, be a misfire. Having a lot of people in a Superman, um, but I, I don't know why he can't just make a movie with one person. I guess he has to have an ensemble for some reason. But I mean, we'll see if it pans out. I mean, can't be any worse than what they were already doing. So
Yeah, I'm worried. There is way too many people in this movie. Um, there's Green Lantern. There's Hawk Girl, Mister Terrific, Metamorpho, Crypto. Had a This looked like a Crypto trailer, not a Superman trailer. Yeah,
that's why
obviously
I was
Super.
like, "That will like this movie." There's a dog in
Yeah, exactly. Superman.
it.
You got Superman. Got Lex Luthor, Lois Lane. Uh, there was more. You know. Yeah. I mean, there's like too many characters, and there's more characters supposed to be in it. The engineer they didn't even show. There's like a lot of people in this movie, so I'm worried, to be honest with you. I don't know why the movie can't just be about Superman. Um,
I don't know,
we know
man.
that. And the first image that we get of our new Superman is him like bleeding in the snow. So I don't know why that's what you would want that to be of your first full look at your Superman is him getting his butt kicked, but whatever. They used the John Williams score, uh, or I mean a variation of it, but I mean it's the John Williams theme.
Yeah,
Can't really beat that. Uh,
it
and
it helped the trailer for sure, 100%. Yeah.
yeah, I think he looks pretty good as Superman. Um, when he's saving that girl or whatever, that looked good. I want that. I don't want Nathan Fillion with a bad haircut with a bad wig in.
Yeah, it looked pretty funny.
I know that's what he's in the comics. The Guy Gardner. I know
Hmm.
that's what he looks like, but it looks stupid as hell.
Hmm.
He looked dumb, and it just seems to be let's give Nathan Fillion a role in a movie. That's not what I'm looking for. I know that James Gunn loves that guy,
Hmm. Yeah,
but
all of his friends
yeah,
got to be in his movies. I mean,
yeah, I don't know where his brother is. I haven't seen him yet. I'm sure he's there somewhere.
yeah, I'm sure
Uh,
he's whistling somewhere or something.
yeah, exactly. We gotta, you know. Um, I mean, yeah, it looks like it's not the origin story, obviously. He's been doing it. It looks like Lois Lane already knows he's Superman. Um, yeah, I'm just I don't know. He's made good movies. He has also made Brightburn. So, uh, you know, I'm worried.
I don't
Might be
think
a
the
little bit too
Suicide
much.
Squad movies are good. So,
Well, yeah, the Suicide Squad. If you didn't like, I mean, this look, and there was too many people in those too. So, I mean, but
hmm.
that was, yeah. I hope he just. I mean, it. I hope he doesn't go too dark. I think people want a lighter Superman, so I'm
I feel
hoping.
like this wasn't dark. I feel like this was very goofy kind of looking.
I don't know. The first
So,
thing is pretty bleak. Him like breathing, like, like I don't know. Whatever.
I didn't think it was that bad. I don't think it was dark. I mean,
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I guess there's a line for everybody, right?
I
I mean, the
guess,
show that we
yeah.
watched
If
today has a lot of dark stuff, so it's it's just a line. Um, I don't know.
I guess, yeah. I mean, if Superman doesn't get beat up at all, then like, what's the point? You know? I guess you could just have him save the day the whole time, but
I'm not
it'd be a
saying
boring
that,
movie.
but I don't know. It felt more like Crypto was the hero in this trailer than him. So we'll see what goes on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It,
even James Gunn's dog gets to be in it because
yeah.
Crypto's modeled after his dog. So you know,
Yeah.
it's good to be around James Gunn, I guess. Uh,
I guess. Yeah.
cool. Alrighty. Got any more thoughts about good old Superman there?
Um, I hope it's good. I
I hope
mean,
it's good too. Uh, I mean, it had a lot of buzz. People were definitely talking about it when the
yeah,
trailer came out. But
it had like a bunch of views of the trailer. Like that was
I also just think
definitely
people like Superman. Superman's like the
true.
most known.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
think of superheroes, it's
Yeah.
like Superman. So
Yeah.
yeah, um, I think people are curious. Obviously, new Superman, and it looks more like a classic Superman. Um, yeah, I think he looks good. Um, I mean, that literally still the guy that I was like, that guy should be Superman. Now he's Superman. It's kind of funny. Anywho, all right. Well, hope for the best. I know this year that the three of us are gonna do our movie draft. I'm sure that'll be in one of the top picks. I'm sure. We'll see how it actually does. If the movie's good, that movie can make a lot of money. If it's bad, not so much.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's. I can't think of anything to akin it to. I mean, like Aquaman made a lot of money, but I didn't think it was particularly good. Um,
I mean, Superman versus Batman made a lot of money, and it wasn't good at all. So
hopefully, it's more of a Wonder Woman and less of a the Suicide Squad.
yeah, just based off the trailer, it doesn't look anything like Wonder Woman. So
No, I'm saying like Wonder Woman was good and it made money, and then
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Well, Wonder Woman only
uh,
had Wonder Woman in it. That helped.
more. Hopefully, it's more of a Wonder Woman, less of a the Flash.
Yeah.
Um, but the Flash,
No, we need a scene with him saving babies out of a window. Definitely
that
need
was
that.
horrible. Oh, that movie, interesting movie. Anyway, cool. We'll see how that goes. Kick off of the movies in the DCU there, because we already had that TV show that absolutely no one has talked about, which is Creature Commandos, that he did himself
Yep.
with more of his friends. All right, cool. Let's. I guess we're ready to talk about the TV show, unless you got anything else.
No, I'm good.
All right. So today we are going to talk about Secret Level. It's on Amazon. It's a TV anthology show, and it's are they all the same animation company that made these, or is it different ones? I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I could look that up. Uh, yeah. So every episode takes inspiration from a different um, video game.
Yep. I'm just pulling up the episode list.
Uh,
Yeah. Do you just want to start from episode 1?
um.
Or you want to give like overall thoughts on the thing before?
Yeah, I think we should do overall thoughts.
Well, what did you think?
I mean, I thought overall the show was pretty good. I will say, um, some of them were just seemed like cutscenes from the games, and they just have fights and stuff, which is fine. But
It seemed
I
like
like
more of a almost like an advertisement for that game.
well the last episode is just
Oh
look
yeah,
at the Sony video games. Oh, and
yeah.
most of these were like Sony games. A majority of them I've never even heard of the games, much less played the games.
Hmm.
So, um,
That last episode was terrible. That was by far the worst episode.
I didn't think it was that terrible. The problem was it was just like a big ad. I didn't mind it, uh, but I know that people didn't like it because it was just an ad, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I was one
Um,
of those people then. Decide no.
that's the one with Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah, as the robot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was fine. Um, I think I liked. My favorite ones were the New World. I think it was what it was called. The game
Hmm. The
with
Arnold
Arnold.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that
Mhm.
one, and I liked the Outer Worlds one. I thought was pretty good. The ones that I liked were the ones I think had the best story. That weren't just like the Warhammer one was just a
No, the
cutscene.
Warhammer one was good.
It's just them fighting, just a
Yep.
cutscene. Yeah, I mean it was
But it was
fine.
a super sick cutscene.
Like it was cool, but I don't think the story
There
was
was
really
a
good.
story. The thing invaded his mind, and all he knows is war, so it didn't work on him. Boom, story.
Boring. Anyway, it was now the Sifu one was much better because it had like a little story and there was good fighting. I liked that one. Um, but yeah, like Crossfire one was just a cutscene where they're fighting.
A really
Um,
long one.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger was a voice. You had his son Patrick was a voice as well, and then
I have
another
no
one
idea.
Kevin Hart, Keanu Reeves, Ariana Greenblatt. Um, the Keanu Reeves one looked like a cutscene, like they were like setting up a story, but like there wasn't like it wasn't really like a payoff. Oh, yeah. I also liked the the Exodus one. It had a story, and I liked that.
That
All
was
right,
probably my
so
favorite one.
yeah, I like the one with the story, not just action, which is fine. I'm fine with
Mhm.
action, but I like the ones with the story more. I thought that was it. It actually worked, and they were actually short films. It wasn't just here's some fighting. All right, so we can go from we go from the top. So the first one was Dungeons and Dragons. I thought this one was pretty boring. It was just doing the Dungeons and Dragons thing. You got your mage and your tank and stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, it had a story, but it was particularly compelling. They're going to the dragon.
Yeah. I mean, it was like essentially like a main quest in the game or something, right? Go save this person.
Right.
Or maybe like a companion quest or something, because that
Yeah.
person becomes a companion, right?
Yeah.
So, um, I don't know. I liked it because I like Dungeons and Dragons and it really stuck to the lore and the classes and everything. So I'm a little biased because I just like Dungeons and Dragons. Um, but yeah, I see what you mean. There isn't much of a story. It's just there to, like you said, like an advertisement.
I would give that one like a 6.
I give it a 7. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Sifu was the next one. I liked this one quite a bit. I mean, it was just like martial arts and stuff, but I mean, it still kind of had a story, and I liked it.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially the game. It's literally the game. That's what you
Oh,
do.
cool. Well, maybe I like the game then.
Yeah, you
Uh,
like basically they kill Papa, and
mhm.
you have to each level you have to get to the final boss, and one of the final bosses was involved in it. That's the whole
Ah,
game.
I that um, it was like a kind of I was like this kind of it's like John Wick, and then like right at
It yeah.
I did not watch these in order. I watched them like from whatever was shorter.
Hmm.
I think, and I think I watched this one and then like almost immediately watched the Keanu Reeves one after. So it was just kind of funny. It's like, it's basically,
Hmm.
that's what it reminded me of because it was all like kind of neon or whatever. But I
Yeah.
liked it. I thought this one was pretty good. I'll get like a 7.5.
Yeah. And when you die, you get older, and in the game, your health gets lower, but you do more damage. So you become more of a glass cannon.
Uh, I see. I see. That's cool. I probably suck
Yeah.
at that game, but it looks fun. Um, at least
Yeah,
I
it's
like
tough. Yeah,
the
it's not
short.
easy. Yeah.
Uh, anything else on that one?
No, not really. I'm
Never.
just here to communicate the game part to you, since I know you
Yeah, the
don't know a
next
lot of
one
these.
is New World. Um,
Yeah.
I
It's
like
it's
this one a
a
lot.
it's an MMO. So I really doubt it has this good decent of a story in the game. But yeah.
Mobile game.
I No, it's like a World of Warcraft. It's
Ah, that
yeah.
makes sense. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed kind of fun. I liked
Yeah.
it. It was funny. Um, I think he did a good job. I thought the story was pretty good. And I mean that was this was not like one of the longer ones. Like it was like kind of in the middle on length. I thought the story was pretty good, um, and it was funny, and the characters were well done. I think um, where he lands on the place where you can't die and you just live there forever. And he was a king in
Hmm.
where he was from, so he wants to be the king of this place. Um, and then he gets humbled and stuff. I liked it. I thought it was good. Um,
Yeah.
so
I don't know. I thought I mean generally a person would have figured that out the first time they get killed, but then the joke is that he keeps doing it over and over and over
yeah,
again.
yeah.
It's a bit
I also
redundant, but it was funny.
I also think this one looked really good for some reason,
I
and
mean, I thought
like
they all looked good. It's more
I think they all
bright.
looked. Yeah, I think like even like they're on the beach and it's like the light is on them. It still looked good and like the sand and stuff. I don't know
Hmm.
something. This one this one was like about halfway through my watch, so I just had like this one looked they had it was like more one of the first ones that I saw that was more like realistic looking.
Mm.
Um, because the other ones, a lot of the ones that were shorter were like the more cartoony or like stylized ones, like Spelunky and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So this one was going for more like realism looking, and I like
yeah,
that. Um, so I don't know. I like that character, and I would watch more. Like I think the good ones on this is like I'd actually like to see more of those characters. Um,
hmm
uh, most most of them, I was like, okay, that was the story at the end. Like,
yeah.
But this one, I would actually be like, okay, what's he do next? Will be kind of interesting. Yeah, yeah, I would give that one like an 8.
Yeah, probably like a 7 for that one.
Okay. Next one is Unreal Tournament Zan. That's what the episode is called.
Yeah, this is the one with the mining robot, and he gets some sentient.
Yeah.
He can think for himself, sort of thing. I thought it was pretty good, but it is pretty much just one big action scene.
Yeah, I found it to
I
be
believe
fine,
the
kind of boring.
game is like, yeah. Well, the game is people make levels, and your job is to get through them without dying. Essentially, you're that robot, and you have like
Ah,
double jump and stuff. So it's kind of like Mario Maker or something, but with their own like robot
gotcha.
twist to it.
Mm.
So
I
yeah.
mean, I think it kind of piqued my interest near like basically once they went through the challenges or whatever, and then they put in the real people, like the majority, the bulk fight thing
Mm-hmm.
with the soldier guy or whatever. That's when it was interesting. Before that, it was just them fighting in the tournament or whatever. So I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. That's Elodie Young is the game master. She was Elektra on the Daredevil TV show. Was the voice of that lady.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I mean, the you know, yeah. It's just like basically they're in a coliseum type thing, and then the crowd, rallies against the robot or with the robot for the robot. So I
Yeah.
thought it was fine. Um, yeah, it was like a 6. I was okay with it.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Warhammer. Uh, uh, let's see, Warhammer, and they shall know no fear is what the thing is called.
Yeah. I mean, I thought this one was good, but yeah, it's just an action scene. It's essentially just a mission from the game that they like made up or
Yeah,
something.
pretty much.
And but I mean, I already really liked that game, and then the animation quality was so good,
Yeah,
and I mean, I can't be upset with watching him beat the crap out of a bunch of aliens. Or it wasn't
they did.
aliens.
Well, first of all, they used the actual characters, so that's something. It
Yeah.
wasn't just some made up thing, and it wasn't like a reimagining. It wasn't just taking the. There's one of the next one we're going to talk about is very loosely using the game
Yeah.
um,
True.
as inspiration. This one is just straight up, literally characters from the game.
Yeah,
So yeah, it is
they
basically
probably this probably is a mission. Like I know they have comics and other things of it's
yeah,
probably
exactly.
from that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just straight up like a mission in the game, and the only really cool part for me was they're killing the monsters that have like bioluminescent blood, which was
Yeah.
cool.
It was a cool sight. Yeah.
It's a cool effect, but I don't know. The story was lame. So, but this one, of course, is the highest rated one of all the ones because it's just what
People
people
like
want.
Warhammer. Yeah.
Yeah, people like Warhammer, and it's also action, and people like the action.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's the audience that's watching this stuff to begin with, right? That's what they want.
yeah, like that Unreal tournament that has a really high rating too. It's just
Mm-hmm.
action and stuff. Um, yeah, honestly, the ones that have the story, the more story forward on IMDb have lower ratings.
Yeah. I would say the
Like that,
Warhammer was
like that.
probably my second favorite. So
Yeah. Okay. The next one is Pac-Man Circle. Now, it is like loosely
Yeah.
using Pac-Man.
Yeah. I wasn't
This one
telling Laura
was
the
like,
games before, and I wasn't
uh,
telling her the games before, and so I was like, "You know this game? We've played it before." She had no idea what this game was. I had to tell her at the end of the movie
it literally
or
says it
show.
in the beginning of the episode, every episode.
Oh, I skipped the beginning, the little secret level intro thing.
Yeah, but when they
I
skip the intro,
literally
it still was
manually
showing.
skip through until I
Oh,
see of the video. Yeah.
okay, got it. Yeah, this one was like bloody and stuff. I was like not expecting that. It was kind of gross.
Yeah, I was like, it was definitely a weird take on it, that's for sure. But I mean, it made sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it wasn't horrible, um, but yeah, it was fine. I mean, it's just
I mean,
can't
how
get
else are you
out.
gonna
It's
make Pac-Man interesting? Like, what else would you possibly do?
I thought it was gonna be fun. It was like this one was like bleak and gritty.
Yeah, yeah.
So sorry. But yeah, it was fine. Dad walked in. That was the only time Dad walked in when I was watching that show, and he's like, "What are you watching?" It's like people getting ripped apart and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was just basically a clone going through trying not to die.
Yeah, but I mean, the symbolism, the clone is supposed to be you playing the
Right.
game.
No, I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
I,
it.
I liked
I
the symbolism. I like that. But overall, it was not a very interesting story.
Oh, did we give the ratings for Warhammer? I can't remember.
No.
I give it a 6. It was fine.
Yeah, I figured. I'd be at like a 7 or an 8. I liked that one.
Um, yeah, Pac-Man
I'm probably at
6.
a 6. Yeah, 6 for Pac-Man.
Crossfire. I think uh, this was just two mercenary groups going after each other. It was just shooting and stuff, and tactical
Yeah, this was
stuff
one of the
and
worst ones
sniper.
for me. Yeah. I
The
mean, they
story
only
wasn't
have the
interesting either.
game to base off of. So what else are you going to do?
I mean, you did Pac-Man, you just did whatever you wanted with it. So you could have done whatever you wanted with it, but they just
Well,
didn't
I
do it.
mean,
So.
I'm assuming the Crossfire, there's two teams fighting each other. Like,
No, I get it.
yeah.
Eh,
And
it was
yeah,
fine.
that's probably a 5 for me.
Yeah, agreed. It was fine.
We're not the
This one I
bad
was.
guys.
This was one that was basically just like I've seen this before. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I think I liked the Sony advertisement more than that one.
I'm gonna keep the Sony one all the way at the bottom because I want to never see that again.
Well, it is the last one, so.
Yeah.
Okay, next one was Armored Core. This probably only has a better rating because it has Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he was felt like he was playing Johnny Silverhands from Cyberpunk, like the same kind of character.
Uh,
He's very
okay.
much like just watch the world burn down
Yeah.
with whatever is in his way sort of character.
Yeah, I feel like they set something up and then it just kind of ended. It was weird. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they
I don't
set something up, yeah, and then he was like, I don't care, I'm blowing up.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't understand this one. I've never played the game. I doubt this game has that much depth. Just looks like a mech. It's obviously just a mech game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them though, from what I understand. So I I thought the mech fighting stuff was actually decent. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining. I thought the episode was entertaining, but yeah, the story, fell a little flat. Yeah.
yeah. I just don't even know why you had a story. It just seemed like you didn't care. It's just like, okay, well, we got him, so we'll just have him do stuff, do some acting. Um,
Yeah. It being Keanu does help. I'd give it a 7.
it looks pretty. It looked good. He looked good. Yeah,
Yeah.
7. Yeah, I liked this next one. Uh, the Crossfire one was called Good Conflict, and the Armored Core one was called Asset Management. The Outer Worlds, the company we keep. I liked this one. I thought this one had a good story. I liked the characters, and it definitely fit with the game that it came from or was inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
Is that guy a character in the game?
I don't think so, no.
No, okay.
As far as I know. I did play the whole thing, so I don't remember him.
I can't remember if you go to that company or not.
I think you can. That is a thing, the
Yeah.
auntie thing, but no, that
Yeah.
the main character of this short is not in the thing. Are you asking if Auntie Cleo is a real?
Yeah. Well, I
I
think
mean,
that's
she
a
is a
thing.
real person, yeah, but I think the way that they set it up that you can become the new Auntie Cleo, I do
Yeah.
think that is a real thing, yes. But I don't
Yeah.
think that specific one is in the game.
Well, they're doing the second game. They should. If you go to Anticleo, you should have him like out there
Uh,
sweeping.
oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. I liked this one. I thought this one was good, and it told a complete story, and it told it in like 15 minutes. And you
Yeah.
actually cared about the characters. I liked the characters. And yeah, it fits with the game, and yeah, I like this. I like this one. I thought this one was good.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say this one was like an 8. I liked it.
yeah, uh, yeah. Yeah, I think the ones with the best stories were my favorite ones. This one might be my favorite one. No, I'm gonna give this a 9. I liked this one. I thought this one was good. Um, but also I played the game, so I probably liked it more.
That's true. You have more
Um,
understanding of the world they live in and such.
yeah, but yeah, I just thought that this one had more depth to it. I just felt like they actually did
Yeah,
things
this
with
was
it.
a character piece. There was no action pretty much at all.
Yeah, and it's lower rated on IMDb, so probably because there's no action. That
No
guy's
one
blowing
famous in
things
it.
up. Yeah, no one famous is in it. That's right. The next one is Mega Man Start.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one?
Mega Man. It's fine.
This one is really short.
Yeah, it was really short.
Um, but they told a little story.
It's like his
Uh,
origin or something, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it
There
looked
was some,
really good. It was like kind of like the DreamWorks sort of
yeah.
animation style. Minions or
I
Mario type of style.
Yeah, it's not rated very high. It's probably just because it's really short. There's not much to it, but
I thought it was one
I
of the
don't.
better ones, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just basically his origin. I give it like a 7. I thought it was good.
Yeah. For how short it is, I think it boosts it up because it didn't really have that much time to do much. I
Yeah,
mean, the intro's like 2 minutes and it's like 10 minutes, and then the outro's like 2 minutes. So I had like 8 minutes to do
it's
something.
it's 8 minutes long. The whole thing.
Oh, wow. So yeah, it probably has only like six
It was
minutes
like it
to
was like
tell a
five
story.
minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the credits are like like 2 minutes, and then the opening's like 45 seconds. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 5 minutes. Yeah, I thought it did a pretty good job. I thought it was fine. Um, yeah, Exodus Odyssey is next. Yeah, this one is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, this was
Uh,
my favorite one too. It really well, you don't even know what this game is, right?
Never heard of this game, and it's funny. I was like, this one was like, oh, it's another space one. Like there were so many space things in this, so I was
Yeah.
like, all right. I was like, I'll watch. I was like, I'll watch this, one of these other ones first because it was like it's another space one, and then I like this one.
Yeah.
I thought I thought this one told a good story, and there was good, stuff happening, and I liked that it had a good, yeah, and the characters were well done, and it told a good little story. I liked it. This one is another 9, I think, for me.
I agree. I
Um,
give this one a 9. The game hasn't actually come out yet. It is from the
oh,
creators of the original 3 Mass Effect games. So I'm
ah,
very pumped for this game, uh, especially after seeing what was here. It, it even has some of the same themes from Mass Effect where they have relays to get places, but now they're adding like a time effect to it. I think that's super
hmm.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I this was one of the ones where I said I would be curious to see what happened to the character after the fact. Um, and that what I thought what made it a good one. Um, I liked it. I liked the dad character and everything. And then he comes back and fulfills his promise to pay them back or whatever. Obviously it's somebody else, but I liked that. I thought it was good. I mean, it was a tight story. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's family thing. So, I mean, but I liked the story. So, but yeah, like I think it's kind of a cheat, just like family, whatever, blah blah. But I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, the time thing with a
Yeah.
lot of time has passed for them, but
Well,
not
a
as
lot
much
of
for
the
him.
designs, there was like a cyborg panther looking thing. It just gets me really excited for the game. He was talking to like one of the
When I looked
people
up,
trying to find his daughter, and he had like a panther for him.
yeah, when I looked up the show, I was looking at, yeah, this one didn't even have like a thing I could click on to look at the game. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I wasn't sure what the deal was. If it was like really old or something, but no, it's just that the game hasn't come out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
Mass
it's
Effect.
this
I
year.
mean, okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm sure you'll check it out and you'll let me know. But
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good commercial. You know,
Yeah,
for the
sure.
game. So that's cool. Um, all right. Uh, yeah, the next one is Spelunky, which is called Tally. This one was fine. I mean, it was short. This one is pretty low rated because it's just a story.
Yeah, I didn't even think it was a very good story. I'm pretty low
Um,
on it.
this was one of the shorter ones. Um, and this was the first one I watched. So, maybe I'm just, you know, maybe that wasn't the best starting point. But
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was just pretty, kind of kiddie. I don't know. I didn't mind it. Um, thought it was fine. Yeah, but it actually, most of these shorts had like a lesson or a message or whatever, and
Yeah.
this one had one. It was fine. I mean,
Yeah. I
I
also don't
don't.
like the
I'm
game very much either, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the game. So, like, I've heard
So
of it. I've heard the name.
yeah, it's pretty much what they were doing in the game. You die, respawn in it. You start at 0 again, and you gotta work your way up.
Gotcha. Eh,
Yeah,
it's whatever.
yep. I'd probably give it like a 5 or 6. Probably a
Yeah,
5.
I think I would give it a 6. I didn't mind it. All right. The next one is Concord. Now I know this game. I saw this game came out this year.
Yeah,
So,
and it's already gone.
what do you mean?
It was a live service, Overwatchy hero
Uh,
kind of shooter, and they've already taken it down.
Dang.
That's
You
how
know
much it
what?
wasn't liked.
You know what? I did like this short though. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
You like the short? It was
I
very
kind of. I like.
Guardians of
Yeah.
the Galaxy sort of thing.
I
It
like
was fine.
ragtag group heist thing. Worked for me. The ending was lame.
The ending
Um,
was lame, and I thought none of the characters were particularly interesting. So
yeah, but I feel like that this was like if they didn't have that ending, they could have just had like there was more to it, and there could be more things to it. I thought it was decent. I thought it was pretty good. I liked the ones that were just like more fun and told a little story. I think, and maybe I'm looking for something else from my video game TV shows, but
I guess.
um, I will give it like a 7. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I give it like
It
a
was fun.
6.
Um, that was the
I
tale
know you didn't watch them in
of
order,
the
but the
implacable.
second half of this was by far a lot worse than the first half.
So I did the short ones first. So I did Spelunky first, for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you watched
Spelunky,
Sifu because that one was a short one too.
Spelunky, Mega Man, Sifu. Yeah, Spelunky, Mega Man, Sifu. I watched Pac Man next. So I was watching like lighter ones, and then it was like bloody all of a sudden. And then I did the last one, Playtime, is what it was called. Um, and then so it went from like people getting ripped apart back to poppy, colorful.
Yeah,
And then yeah, let's see. Armored Core. I watched what's it called? New World, and then I watched Odyssey, and those were like my favorite ones back to back. And then I watched Concord, and then I watched the next one right after that, which was Honor of Kings, The Way of All Things. I thought this one was kind of interesting. The story was kind of interesting. Except I assumed that this character that we're watching was going to win. Uh, um, yeah, it was fine.
I thought it was passable. I thought the imagery was good, but it was
This
just
was the
boring.
game. This is the game that I looked up, and this was the mobile game. And I was like,
Uh,
whatever story they're telling is definitely more interesting than whatever schlock that mobile game
for
is.
sure, for sure, yeah,
That's one of those ones where they show you the ad and it's like looks really really good, and then you look at the game and it's like 2D garbage. That's
yeah.
that. I'm sure
Build
this is
your settlement and fight other
yeah.
settlements or something. Yeah.
I'm sure this show was way better than that game
Oh yeah,
is.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought this one was decent. I give it like a 6.5. Yeah, I watched those two back to back, and then Yeah, and then I was at the long Dungeons and Dragons. I watched that before I watched those two back to back, and then then I only had the longer ones left. I watched Crossfire, Unreal Tournament, Warhammer, and then The Outer Worlds, and that was the last one that I watched. Yeah, and then the last one of the season here was Playtime Fulfillment, which was just courier and going through tasks there, and then it's like shadowy guy gives her a PlayStation basically. It's like you can do
Yeah.
stuff. What play PlayStation games?
Yeah. It was just a Sony advertisement. Had if you had just taken one of the games that they actually showed and made that specifically into a short, it'd be a million times better. So,
Helldivers, Shadow of the Colossus. What was the other one? There's
God
one
of
more.
War.
God of War. They didn't do any of those.
Yep. They even show God of War in the trailer. So I was like,
Yeah.
heck yeah, dude. I want a God of War. Sure, that'd be awesome. But no, that's not what they did.
Nope. They didn't. Pretty stupid. Yeah, that's why people were upset. And that was the last episode too. So people were like, what the heck?
Yeah, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. I completely understand.
No, the funny thing is like I didn't mind the character or whatever. And I actually thought the changing the bike and stuff I thought was kind of fun, and then them like you unlocked what's it called, burnt orange. I actually thought that was kind of funny. Because there is a lot of games that are like that. Like
Yeah,
you get a
yeah,
slight variation on something, and you're like, whoop de doo. But that doesn't mean like Sony games are gonna give you like a great difference or something. So
yeah.
I don't know. That was a little weird. But the thing is, I didn't know most of these games, and I don't know if they're just. I don't know. A lot of them were just like PC games, and one is a
Yeah.
mobile game and stuff.
Well,
So
hopefully the show, since it did well, season 2, we could get like a Fallout. That would be cool.
yeah,
Or
it's still in the top 10. The show, so it's still doing well. People are watching it
yeah, I mean they have
on
similar
Amazon.
shows on Netflix where it's all just graphic engines making the shows, and Love, Death, and Robots, I believe, is what it's called. And I've seen
Yeah,
both seasons of that, and I love that show. So I hope they keep doing that one as well. I like these shows.
yeah, yeah. I would probably watch another one of these. Um,
What would you give
uh,
the series as a whole?
I was a little higher on it until we actually like went through all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I still think it's good. I think the good ones are really good. Um,
Yeah, I think there's more lows than there are highs. So I'd probably say like a 7 for the whole series.
yeah. Okay. So this is Tim Miller is the creator of this series. He is Deadpool, first Deadpool. Tim Miller. Um, you know, so
Mm-hmm.
he definitely likes gritty stuff. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I really enjoyed like 6 of 15. So yeah, I think I would probably give it like a 7 as well. Um, I would say I really liked like 6 of them, and I would felt I was okay with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them. So that'd be 11, and then 4. I was like, whatever. So yeah, it was definitely uneven for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but most of these games were kind of smaller games. There wasn't a lot there other than Pac-Man. I mean, that's just a super famous game. It's just like an iconic game at this point. Most of these games weren't like huge games.
Mega Man's
really.
a pretty big game.
Oh, Mega Man. I forgot about Mega Man. Mega Man, yeah. That's a pretty big game.
Dungeons and Dragons, kind of a big game.
Yeah, I don't even consider that a video game. I think of that as a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really like when I think Dungeons
and
Dragons.
It's a big franchise, though. I mean,
when I think Dungeons and Dragons, I don't immediately go, oh, video game. I say that's tabletop game or that movie that I liked that I'm never getting anything else, even though that movie rocked. So, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, so maybe next time they'll get bigger games and maybe some games that I've actually played. Hopefully they can get some Xbox games on it or PlayStation 2 games if they're going to play. Give me PlayStation games. Give me some old PlayStation games. And give me. Yeah, I don't play MMOs or anything. MMO RPGs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. I thought it was decent. I thought it was pretty good overall. I don't mind video game content, and you actually like video games, so I mean this works. I thought you would be interested, and you were. I mean, you watched them all pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would have watched this regardless of if we were reviewing it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, it's doing well, and they greenlight the second season almost immediately, so people are liking it. So I thought it was pretty good, and I like things that are they're a little out of the box here. It wasn't just all the same crap. I kind of liked that. And you know, I think most of them looked really good. I liked the ones that were more like humanistic and less like cartoony. But I think a lot of them did a pretty good job with their respective games, I would say. Because like I've never played a lot of the games, but like the Outer Worlds I thought did really well with the like kind of going with that kind of the feel of the game. So I'm assuming the other ones probably did a good job at kind of capturing the games that they're representing or inspired by. So yeah, I would give it like a 7.
All right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. I think that wraps up our episode. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then.
This has been the Daniel and Andrew Show.